Hello, it's been a while and I had a few minutes and I thought I would do a quick video just because I haven't been here for a while and I need to get back into practice. I don't know why, but my phone did a countdown and just started recording while I was, trying to fluff. I'm not really going to do an update because it's been a while. And I thought I would just get right into the stitching. If you haven't watched before, I'm Rachel from Needle and Flax Linens. And I used to do YouTube videos somewhat regularly, and I've just been not making it a priority, but I'm hoping to change that. So, I don't really have a theme for today. I just had a few moments. And I had a couple of baskets of stitching out, and I thought I would just show you kind of what's in my baskets and what I've been thinking about and working on. It's kind of a mix of Tara from Sully Stitches. She did a spooky summer hashtag, and so I thought, oh, I'll join in on that because I've been in the mood for fall for, I don't know, quite a while, and fall is something that I can stitch year round. Carol Saltbox was talking about doing sampler summer, so of course I had pulled out some samplers to work on, and then a lot of people are starting to do a lot of patriotic for the next year for our 250th anniversary, and so of course I'm on board with that. I am going to try to do over the next year between July 4th, which was just a couple days ago, and next July 4th, I'm going to try to keep my new starts to patriotic and try to keep the patriotic going all year long and get a lot of that stuff finished. And also have some patriotic, gosh, I don't know what's going on here. Some patriotic starts over the next year, and try not to start too many other things and just keep that going because I thought that would be fun. I also realized when I sat down, I always have like dye stained fingernails, and so sometimes I will polish my nails to cover that up if I'm going somewhere, and somewhat recently I did that. It has all worn off my fingers, but not my thumbs. So as soon as I'm done here, I have to go fix this situation. So you're getting, if you're going to be a scattered mess, just go big or go home. So I'm going big on the scattered, crazy, too many things going on. All right, so I don't know what I've been working on since the last time I was on here because I honestly don't remember the last time I was on here. So I'm just going to show you some stuff that's been in my baskets and some stuff that I would like to start. And really, they're not all patriotic. I feel like I have a window this summer until I only start the patriotic. So let's see. Lately, I have been working on for, I don't know, the last week or two, and nothing's ironed or clean. I have a little bit of glare. This just seemed like the best spot to do this video today. And it's not perfect, like me. So I have been trying to get done my Stacy Nash Be Kind sampler, and I have a lot of it done. Glasses back on. Oh gosh, you know what? Hot mess. Okay. So this is what I have done. So there's not too much more. It's on 36 count. I bought it at Country Sampler a couple years ago, and I'm hoping I get this done this summer. It's actually very fun when I decide to pull it out. And it's all the called for colors. Country Sampler changed the fabric. It's not a full Country Sampler conversion. It's just they changed the fabric. So if you want to know what fabric they used, you can buy their kit. Tara also had done for Super Bowl. She started a animal cracker hashtag, and I know a couple other people since then have done animal cracker hashtags. And so I started with her. I didn't post anything. I did, at Christmas time, I did Whitaker and finished that, but it's got to be fully finished. So I thought my next one would be Harrison by Stacy Nash. And so I started that on Super Bowl Sunday. And that's all I have done. I thought I would do more, but these are good when you need fill-in and stuff and don't want to focus too much. If you can get the outline done, they're a great little stitch to fill in. Okay, another thing that I have been working quite a bit on, oh, nope, that's not this. Well, I'll just show you this. I don't know where the piece I've been working on. We'll see. We'll see if it comes up. So for 4th of July, I did take a couple of hours to work on something patriotic, and I worked on Liberty's Welcome by Plum Street. I had started this, I think, last year and have not worked on it since last summer. I am doing this on 40 count Tabby Cat Just the Ticket. And this is what I have done. So I am actively working on this one. There's no way it'll be done this summer, but it's very fun and loaded with stitches like Paulette likes to do. So, and this is in a stitch bulk bag. And I have a Betsy Ross from Sampling of Memories little pull fobby thing. God, I'm really out of practice with this. Let's see. What else? I actually have some project bags and not plastic bags this time. I'm moving up in the world. One thing I pulled out, which I have not worked on, but I'm hoping to work on a little bit, is Stacy Nash Summer at Hollyberry Farm. I don't know when I started this, probably a long time ago, and it's on Dirty Teacup by Needle and Flax. I might, when the Be Kind sampler is finished, move on to focusing on this as my big Stacy Nash. Let's see. Oh, okay. So this is the one I've been working on. The last few months, this is one I've been wanting to pick up a lot. I've been in a real Teresa Kogut mood because why not? She has great stuff, and I'm a sucker for big charts and designers that like to pack a lot of stitches into a chart. So this is Dwelling Place. This is another one I started last year. I started it when it came out. And I have worked a bit on it. I'm doing this on 40 count Thornfield by Needle and Flax. I need to cut down my fabric, and it's very wrinkly. So that's what I have. I jump around. So I have areas that need a little detail work and areas that have fill-in. So that's kind of one reason I've been picking it up, because whatever I'm in the mood for, there's a little bit of everything in it. And this is in a Teresa Kogut bag, but I'm not sure who made it. I don't know who made that bag. I'm kind of moving fast because I have a lot of stuff to do, so if it's too fast, you might just have to watch it twice. For the last year, one of the samplers I have been working on, because it's always been one of my favorite Scarlet houses, and I don't know why it's not done, but it's Sarah Elizabeth Brooke. I think this is her first sampler chart that she did. I am doing it on the, well, I don't know if that's what's called for. I'm doing it on Lakeside Vintage Meadow Rue with the Belsois Silks. Again, very wrinkly. Let me try and flatten this out. So, that's all I have done. I like working on a brick house. I haven't worked on this in about a month or so, but I don't know, the last 6 months-ish, I pull this out every so often as my, you know, as a project, because I'd like to have it done. Oh, this was a start recently. This was a kit I bought at Country Sampler a couple years ago. It is Artful Offerings. This is their Country Sampler's conversion, so you would have to buy the kit to get their color conversion. They had it sewed in a little pillow. I was there in the summer, so all their patriotic stuff was out, and it was just the cutest thing. And so I think I started this. I had some friends here in Michigan. We did a girls' week, and I decided I wanted to start that week, and so I did. And let me put something behind it. It's hard to see the lettering. It's very ghosty, but it does look good when it's done. So I have a little, I jump all over the place. I have a little bit done. So that I will keep working on. The Country Sampler version is just a bit more toned down. I have not worked on this yet this summer, but I pulled it out because I've been working on it every summer and then kind of putting it away. This is Plum Street Samplers Nantucket Girl. Plum Street Samplers Nantucket Girls Sampler. It's really huge. This is on Lakeside Vintage Buttercream and with NPI Silks. And this is all I have. It's actually very fun, but it's just kind of a slow moving piece. Hang on a second. All right, I just got a text from my daughter that she's on her way over. I may have to splice this into 2 videos to put them together. One of the things that I wanted to start, so I have it all kitted up. So this is not a whip, but Stacy Nash, this would be for the Sully Spooky Summer Stitches, Sully Stitches Spooky Summer. Tara, seriously. Blackwater Hollow Sampler by Stacy Nash. And I have that all kitted up, I think with a Seraphim 40 count sand dunes. I think that's Seraphim. And in this same bag for Sully Stitches Spooky Summer, Last year I had started Plum Street Sampler Stranded Jacks. I'm only going to do 3 of them. I have the little horn books that they get mounted on. So I had finished, this is on Lakeside Vintage Meadow Rue. I did the Little Witch. I'm almost done with the whale. And then the third one I'm going to do is the jack-o'-lantern in the boat. So kind of nautical. These two I probably won't stitch. Tara did it all in one row, which was adorable. And there's directions on here to do that. Paulette shows how to do that. But I just thought do it on the little horn books would be fun. Like is in the chart. What else do I have? I have Paulette Stewart. I've worked on this for a couple years now. Plum Street Samplers, A New Constellation. This is one I would like to get finished in my lifetime. There's a lot of over one and a lot of finicky stitching, but they're very pretty when they're done. So, and that is, I don't know what I'm stitching this on. It's serged, so it's not mine. You know what? It's Vintage Country Mocha. Because I did Heritage Sampler on Vintage Country Mocha, and I thought I would do all of them on the same fabric, and I've decided against that, so 2 of them will be on the same fabric, and other ones will be on other things. Last summer, I started Lady Liberty by Blackbird Designs. It was kind of a little bit of a race with Tara, but you can't race Tara because she will beat you every friggin' time. This is on Needle and Flax Hawthorne. And that's all I have done. It's very pretty. I do remember, I think I switched the blue. I don't remember if it was the blue or the red. Tara was using the called for, and she and I were texting. I didn't have one of the colors, so no, maybe I did have it. Oh, it's, I think, it's called, the red, the called for red is Cayenne. Oh, I'm using that. I don't know, I switched one of the, it might have been the blue. I'm using Fathom for the blue. I think that's the switch I made. Okay, now I think I'm gonna have to pause. I'll be right back. Okay, my daughter just came over to get groceries out of my pantry. All right, so this goes over here. What else do I have? One thing that I pulled out as a sampler I would like to work on that I've always really liked. I think Carol had shown this on her video. And this is the Mary Argent sampler by Needlework Press. This was a club kit with Country Sampler, and so I'm using their conversion from the club. I don't know, this might be a Weeks Dye Works linen. I have a little bit started. And you can't see the colors, but I just love the colors in this sampler. It's very, very pretty. And it's in one of my favorite project bags, but then I had this project bag from Barry, and so it's double. It's a double project bag situation. Gosh, you know, I actually have quite a few project bags here. Okay, so this one was from a retreat at Hobby House 2 years ago, and it's now been released, but this was our project, if I can find the cover page. This is a Scarlet House, this is the Scarlet House Red Manor sampler. And I'm doing it on all the called for because we got the kit at the retreat. It's, the called for is Dirty Teacup by Needle and Flax, and then it's 103s are the threads. So I don't love, like linen that's cut to size. It drives me bonkers because I'm always afraid of the margins. And so when I have a linen that's cut to size like we got in the kit, I start in the middle. So that's why I have that stitched. That's actually a very fun, that's a fun sampler to work on. Another one I pulled out that I've got to finish someday. Oh, I got to organize it and kind of fix my threads. I don't know why I don't. Oh gosh, itchy nose. Flosstube itchy nose. The Scarlet House, Rachel Howells. I'm doing it in DMC on 40 Count Cream by Zweigart. Probably if I restarted this, I would do it on Dirty Teacup, but I'm not restarting it because it's a lot of stitching that I have done. It's actually very fun. I don't know why. I don't know. Why did I ever put this down? Who knows? Who knows? Oh my gosh, I need a drink. I hope I'm not going too fast, but I literally have a small window of time here. And I put all this stuff on the table, and so I'd like to get through it. Another one that I have not worked on in a while, but I have a lot done, is Hands Across the Sea, Anna Sophia Bircham, 1871. I believe I bought this maybe during COVID when Nicola started doing PDF versions. It's been a while. This is another one I'm doing 40 Count Cream, and it's on DMC, and I have a lot done. It's just very, you have to focus on it. So I haven't worked on it in a while, but I'd love to get it done. So that's what I have. Well, this is the bottom of it, but this is what I have done. There's a lot of over one in this sampler, and I don't know. I just haven't had the focus to work on it, but I have so much done. I'd really like to get some progress on that this year. Let's see. One thing that I had started, I think in the spring, this is a Tina Woltman design. You can buy her charts on Facebook. And this is a small, it's called Fractor Tulips. And this is on, I don't know. I think this is it might be a Fox and Rabbit. So it's very pretty. I thought, oh, I'll do that, and I can get it. I have a bunch of her other, maybe that's Seraphim. I don't know. I have a bunch of her other ones. She charts in DMC. So I have in this envelope, I have a bunch of them kitted up. So Tina Woltman, early workings. You've got a let's see, her email is earlyamerica1815@aol.com. You can email her and order whatever you'd like. She has some very cute primitive smalls that stitch up quick and are good for dough bowls, or doughbows, as Tara would say. One word. This one was a country sampler retreat kit. It's since been released. I bought the kit from Laura Duet. She was at the retreat, and so I started it before it was even released to the public, and I have very little done on it, but that's okay. So I'm doing this on Lakeside Vintage Navy Bean. I believe the called for was Vintage Country Mocha. That one's fun. Of course, Brenda Gervais, always fun. So I have a small stack here of ones that I would like to start. I don't know. They're here in case I get in the mood for a start. But like I said, pretty soon I'm going to switch to only starting oh my gosh, my brain. Only starting patriotic. Ugh. Okay, so I know you guys have seen, I was working on the Ann Rayner sampler. I was doing it on 40 count cream and DMC. I had a whole method or reason why I was doing that. I had a lot done, and I decided to scrap it and I'm going to restart it in the silks, the silk conversion that Paulette Stewart did. So that will be a restart. I don't think I put, so I have all the silks. Oh, this is, well, I don't know. 40 count Lakeside Linens Vintage Straw Flower, I think might be what I use. Either that or Dirty Teacup, I'm not sure. So I guess it's partially kitted because my mind isn't fully made up. Another one I would love to start, this was a gift from a friend, the Elizabeth Cross sampler. I've always wanted to do this by Exemplary. It's all pinks and green, pinks and greens and reds. I think the reason that I love it is I love a really packed sampler. And it's kitted with DMCs, and I did put them on floss drops, but I haven't picked out a linen. The Exemplary only sells kits, and it's just gross linen. I think this would be a good one on Thornfield or Dirty Teacup, or maybe I'll find a Lakeside in my stash. Who knows, because who can say no to Lakeside? You got to be careful about what you start. Another one I've been wanting to start forever is a Scarlet House, which is one of my, not Scarlet House, Scarlet Letter. Scarlet House is one of my favorite designers too, but Scarlet Letter is one of my favorites. And I've always wanted to do the Sally Fisk sampler. I don't know if she's recharted this or not. It is the old, which I'm fine with. I stitched on those when that's all you could get. I have it kitted up with something. I think this is my linen. Is this my linen? It's so dark in here. It is. It's Steinbeck, a light piece of Steinbeck. And I guess I did start it. I'm doing it in the Averissois silks. Yeah, that's Steinbeck. Never mind, I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. So, I guess I did start that. And I've got 2 hoops in here. This is ridiculous. Let's see. What is this one? Oh, I started this like for 2 seconds. So, the Primitive Needle, Lisa Roswell was the designer, and she's passed away, and her stuff went out of print, and then her daughter started recharting them and selling the charts again. And I know she's released this one. This is just a working copy of the old chart. But she's improved, her daughter's improved the charts a lot. So they're actually worth rebuying if you have the old charts. This is another piece, a light piece of Steinbeck, and literally that's all I've done. I was gonna do this on I started it like the night before my friends came for our friend trip, thinking that this would be really, a lot of it's fill-in, and then it would be real easy to work on while I was chatting, and then I don't even think I took it with me, because that's how I roll. Okay, so I've only got a couple more things to show. I'm in the Schoolgirl Sewing Club from Cruel Goblin. This was a kit a couple of kits ago. Oh, maybe it was the last kit from last year. I don't know. I'm not a big, like, red-only sampler person. But, let's see where there's a picture. Ooh, these kits are awesome. This kit, Anna Subert, 1917 to 1918. When I got it, I was like, whatever. It's a red and white sampler. There's like 8 billion of them out there. But they had stitched it. I mean, it's packaged so pretty. They stitched it into a pillow, which I thought was adorable. And then with it, in the kit, you get the backing fabric, which is a piece of French General. And I thought, oh gosh, that's really cute. And I don't have to frame it. So I would love to start this. I have left this next to my stitching chair since it came in the mail. So this was box 4 for last year's. And the only thing about the Sewing Club is they're small charts, but they'll never be released to the public. So if you didn't get it and you want it, you're probably gonna have to look on eBay or ask your stitching friends, put a shout out on social media that you're looking for it, because I'm sure there's people that at some point will be getting rid of theirs because we can't stitch everything. Another older chart that I would love to start, maybe for my patriotic starts, is the City Stitchers Liberty Sampler, because I love a house. I love everything. Checkerboard, eagles, all of it. So that could be, I don't have it kitted up, that could be a start over the next year. Another one I always wanted to do is Primrose Needleworks 272 Words, which is a bicentennial sampler featuring the full text of the Gettysburg Address. Doesn't seem like fun to stitch, but words are easy to stitch. So, and it's just 3 colors. I thought that would be pretty stitched and framed up, and one that you could just do a couple words, put it aside, do a couple words. So one of the last things, well, I'll show you 2 more things. I grabbed for some fall stitching. I'm almost done. Country Sampler had a drum club with Stacy Nash, and there were 4 seasons, Christmas, spring, autumn, summer. My Christmas one's almost done. I'm hopefully going to pull out that whip and get it done by Christmas. I hope a lot of things. So I think the next one I'm going to start is the fall one. And it's already kitted up. This is why I love Country Sampler, because I can just grab and go. And that might be a start soon to replace the Christmas one. So the last thing, I wasn't sure I'd show you this, and I don't have the chart with me, but one of the things that I really loved is Rosewood Manor came out with a new chart. It's called Celebration. I'll show it next time. I haven't really nailed this down. And it's a big house with fireworks. It's patriotic. It's monstrous. It's got a huge thread list, so I haven't pulled the threads yet, but it's done on, and I can't remember who did it. It could be Grace Notes. It's done on a dark navy fabric. And so I've seen a lot of people, anytime a chart comes out with a dark fabric, there's people that won't stitch on it. They don't like the dark, or they have too much trouble with the dark. And so they're always looking for alternatives. I do have the chart on my website on needleandflax.com. I bought one for myself, but like I said, I have to pull the threads. And I was kind of playing around with dyeing some alternative colors, and maybe doing some kits on my website, or a pre-order for kits, since these wouldn't be colors that I would normally offer. Just something lighter, because I myself, I love the navy, but I don't get enough stitching time. I don't want to be frustrated by the chart. Actually, let me pull it. Hang on. Okay. Okay, so this is the chart. Celebrate. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh. So I do have the chart on my website now. I think probably everybody has it. But it is a very dark color, and it's gorgeous. But I don't know if I want to stitch on that either. So I've been playing around. I haven't totally nailed down the colors that I'd offer, but I thought I would offer sort of a limited edition, some blues, blue grays, as an alternative, as a kit on my website. I'm not sure. I know that I'm kind of behind the game on this, because a lot of people have bought it and have been kitting it and starting it, but I'm sure there's people like me that haven't started it yet. So I have two colors. They don't have names, and like I said, I have to pull the threads to put them against linens to find some colors. So I came up with this blue. I don't know if you can tell. So it's a lighter blue, maybe like a pair of blue jeans, which I thought might be pretty. And then this one turned out really pretty. This is kind of a gray color. These are just test pieces that I came up with. So maybe kind of like Martha Washington, which is a color that I have. And I think I do have some on my website if you're looking for that color, but more in the gray than the blue. I don't know. So I will do another video. When I get this nailed down, I'll do another video and maybe a post on Instagram, and maybe offer a pre-order for some kits if you wanted to start that with some limited edition. These wouldn't be in my regular color wheelhouse, but I'm not sure if it'll be these two. I have like maybe 10 samples of different colors, but these are kind of the tones, more of a medium blue and then something light, but you know, I've got to make sure that the contrast between the house and the linen works, and that these lighter white colors and the fireworks show up. So I'm kind of leaning towards this one for myself, because the holes will be easy to see. So, you know, it's not available yet, but I'm thinking of it. If it's something you're interested in, comment on the video and let me know that you want me to do that. If I do a pre-order, then it doesn't matter how many people are interested. If 5 people want it, then I'll do 5 kits. If 500 people want it, I will be working long hours. I don't know. But like I said, a lot of people have already bought it, so I'm not sure. It's just a thought, just a thought. So that's it. This is a short video, but I'm going to try and get on social media more often and do this. I'm still doing my First Ladies, even though it's been like a year. The next one's Jolly Madison, and I just have to carve out the time to sit down and do that. And this is a great year for that, and for some history videos and stuff with the 250th anniversary of the United States. Yay. But I have a lot of other stuff, and I also have an announcement I'll be making soon about some work stuff that could be fun. I could go on, give updates about linen stuff, but I'm not going to. This is just about stitching and having fun, and now I have to go. I have a big list of stuff today, so if you joined me, I'm glad you came again. I didn't disappear. I'm not dead. It's another proof of life video. And I am going to try and be back on here again soon, hopefully next week. So until we talk again, I'll see you later. Bye.